guys, and welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Next video we're not going to be taking a look at figures from The Force Awakens. This is the first time in a while I'll be doing this on my channel. Today we'll be looking at one of the 2-packs from the Star Wars Rebels line. Is this one here. This is Darth Vader and Ahsoka Tano. But before we look at these, we'll take a look at the packaging that this one comes in. There's more a display box this time, like the Armour Up figures that I've done with Poe Dameron and my original Kylo Ren. It's more, except it's more, this time it's more bigger out because there's, again, the 2 figures in there. And then on the back you've got the image of Vader and Ahsoka along with the bio, and figures from that's a 2-pack with the Han Leia and the Armour Up with the Flame Trooper, and just a vehicle with the other one. I'll just quickly read to the bios on the back. It says, Darth Vader, intent on eliminating the scattered survivors of the Jedi Order, Darth Vader ruthlessly hunts them down across the galaxy. And Ahsoka Tano, Anakin Skywalker's apprentice Ahsoka Tano left the Jedi Order before it was destroyed during the Great Jedi Purge, but the truth of her fate remains unknown. The reference to her leaving the Jedi Order was just after her the trial she has near the end of the Clone Wars, when it's revealed to be Barra Sophie that actually killed the people, not Ahsoka. So now I get into the figures. We'll start with Vader, the Dark Lord of the Sith. Just get that in the light so you can see that. So he's once again voiced by James Earl Jones in the Star Wars Rebels series, which I think is pretty good because we all know him as the voice there. And but I do feel that he needs to be featured a lot more in the series. There's rumour he might be in Rogue One, so that should be even good. By rumour so far, there's that dark hooded figure from the trailer. He's believed to be partially believed to be him, or he's in the back of the tank. So run down the articulation. You got the same 5 points as before. You got a ball jointed head, swivel shoulders, and swivel hips, and you have that same feature where the leg is moulded into the lower, into the sort of the kama or skirt that he has below his robes. And something else you can identify of this being a episode 4 Darth Vader is, actually this is more easier if I take the cape off due to the light I've got in here. Yeah, that's him without the cape, but something that can be identified is the inner robe, because it actually covers the silver part of the armour at the sides, which is visible on most other Darth Vaders. So there he is without the cape on. Not really too much of a fan of him without the cape on. Like, there's some occasions where he doesn't have it on. Like there's Empire Strikes Back. When he's in his chamber, and I've seen some behind the scenes shoots when he's not wearing it. Something else that comes with him is a hook on the side of his kama, whatever it's called. That was obviously, of course, to hold the lightsaber hilt. But you only get this one that comes with it, so it's not really there. It's more there for decoration. But usually Vader would hang his lightsaber downwards off his belt. It would be held down like that. Like if you see him in that opening shot when you first see him in the original 1977 Star Wars or A New Hope, you would see his lightsaber on his belt. So that's kind of what that's trying to display. So. Yeah, and like I said before, I didn't say this actually earlier. Now there's this Vader is the first in a while to use a plastic cape, which is a bit unusual for the Rebels line to decide to do that. But it's a nice throwback to older Vaders. And the mask itself, though, for the figure, I'll just try and zoom in on that. There you go. The mask is sort of given in a more Ralph McQuarrie style design, similar to there was a Ralph McQuarrie figure released back in the 30th anniversary line, and you can barely see them, but there's the gold bronzish filters that he has through his mask, which is of course visible in the 1977 film again. So it's sort of giving Vader an original trilogy-esque look over his Revenge of the Sith look. But it's a really good figure, and it's really worth picking up in the 2-pack with Ahsoka Tano. So that's Vader, and we'll now move on to Ahsoka. This is a brand new version of Ahsoka compared to the last version that came out was in the Clone Wars. I had no idea which one it was because I kind of stopped collecting after a while on them. But this time she comes with 2 lightsabers, which are in a pale blue colour, and I believe that these are this colour to show that she has neither allegiance with the Jedi or the Sith. So she is just sort of a rogue Force user. Articulation's the same again, ball jointed neck, swivel shoulders and swivel hips, except they're limited on the front this time by the bit here that drops down from the belt. And of course this time Ahsoka's been made to look older because several years have passed since the Clone Wars and she survived Order 66. But it was good to see her again in Rebels when she first appeared, because we finally found out what happened to her. But of course the climax of Season 2 kind of identifies what may have happened during her duel with Vader. But I haven't actually checked out the whole series. I've got to catch up on it again, because I kind of ended up stopping watching it when Force Awakens came out, and I've only watched like 1 episode that's aired since. So I'm gonna try and catch up on that again. The face design for Ahsoka is also really well done. I'll just zoom in on that again. There we go. That's a bit better probably because it's brighter, but we've got the good. I really like the way the paint job is done on this, and also all the way down there. I believe it's called a Leku or something. I believe that's what I said. That's what it said it was called. And on the back as well, you got the same pattern along the back. So yeah, that was Ahsoka as well. Really good figure, really worth adding to my collection. So get used to this camera. And there we go. Yeah, there we go. So, as well as getting the 2 figures, you also get a weapon that is designated for each figure. So we'll start with the Darth Vader one. You get this firing disc, which you can actually, by pushing this thing here, you would fire the disc sideways. I'll just use my hand here to catch it. Yeah, so you'd fire that off and it can go flying away. It's meant to represent Vader throwing his lightsaber. You can attach this because you've got the arm holders to do this with. Yep, there we go. Just like that. It's kind of a retrospective of the lightsaber thing that was also, there was one of these also included with one of the Clone Wars Anakin Skywalkers. I think it was the Season 3 one, which featured this same firing mechanism, but this was blue, and the lightsaber was actually the thing about that one was the lightsaber was actually molded into it, but this one doesn't have that, so that's a bit different. So it's a good little feature, like for a play feature, but I just have this on display, so I don't think I'll be using that. Just a bit to properly play with, so that just goes in my drawer. Let's take it off now so you can see it again. There we go. So that's the Vader weapon, and with Ahsoka you get this force disc like thing which she can hold. Kind of like that. It can be thrown away as though she was using the Force. But a good little feature with this is there are actually 2 holes up the top and on each end, so you can actually insert her lightsabers in there. Just like that. And she can hold that sort of like an Inquisitor's lightsaber. And this mechanism does spin, just like, yeah. Oh, there she is there. And you can actually spin that. Because this like the handle is kept in there, and then by pushing it around you can spin that round. So it's another little play feature. They're good, pretty good ideas for that kind of thing, but seeing as these are more aimed at children, then like adult, well, they kind of got a dual aim as well, like the geek people like me, and then children who love Star Wars and just want to reenact it themselves. So, yeah. Something as well I should have pointed out is Ahsoka also includes those hooks for her lightsaber hilts. I'm not too keen on them, unlike the Vader one, because the Vader one can at least be hidden by the cape, because you can't even see that there. But the Ahsoka one is just isn't good. I don't like it at all. That's the one real downside to this figure. That makes it bad, but it's not too much to worry about, because again, even if I wanted it, I could just pull them off if I wanted to, but I feel that'll damage the figure, so I might just leave that as it is. So I hope you enjoyed looking at both of these. Please leave a like and comment, and subscribe to my channel to stay updated. And there's my Facebook, Twitter and Instagram links are all down in the description below. Do check them out. I do post more on the Twitter and Instagram, just the Facebook I do every now and again. But yeah, and I shall see you next time. Uses the Force on Rey to get her away from the battle before shouting traitor at Finn in the duel. Because you'd have to do that on, kind of have to put it on the right hand, so just remove the lightsaber. As I said before, it's the same